Welcome back to the Science Pulse. Tonight, we're embarking on a journey through seven of the greatest cosmic mysteries. Puzzles so vast and so strange that even the brightest scientists cannot fully explain them. These are the questions that linger at the edge of knowledge, whispering their secrets, but never revealing the whole truth. And as we wander into these mysteries together, my hope is that the rhythm of these words will not only spark wonder, but also carry you gently into sleep. Perhaps you are lying in bed right now, the weight of the day still humming faintly in your mind. Perhaps your thoughts are racing, replaying conversations, lists, or worries. That is natural. But here, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to solve or remember or hold on. You are invited simply to listen, to let the stories of the universe wash over you like waves until the tide of sleep carries you into dreams. Now, let us begin. The first secret waits in the silence of the stars, the story of their birth, their fire, and the riddle of how something so vast emerges from nothing. Our journey starts there, in the quiet nurseries of the cosmos, where stars are born like embers in the dark. The birth of stars. Have you ever wondered how stars are born? They seem eternal, scattered across the sky like jeweled pins, as though they have always been there. Yet every star, even the one that warms our world, had a beginning. And that beginning is one of the most extraordinary and still mysterious processes in the universe. Scientists can describe much of it, but the precise moment when a cloud of dust transforms into a blazing sun remains one of the great cosmic riddles. Imagine yourself drifting now through a vast cloud in space. It is not the kind of cloud you know from Earth. Not white, not fluffy, not small. This is a nebula, a stellar nursery, a place where stars are born. It stretches for light years, so wide that thousands of Earths could fit across a single strand of its filaments. The cloud glows faintly, tinted pink and violet from the faint shimmer of hydrogen gas illuminated by distant starlight. Yet much of it lies in darkness, cloaked in shadows so thick, even light struggles to pass through. Here, in these dark places, gravity begins its patient work. Hydrogen atoms, the simplest building blocks in existence, drift close to one another, pulled ever so slightly by the faintest of forces. Over thousands, then millions of years, these particles gather into clumps. The clumps grow denser, pulling in more material, until vast knots form within the cloud. These knots, invisible to the naked eye, are the seeds of stars. As the knots collapse further, their centers heat. Imagine pressing your hands together, harder and harder. The pressure generates warmth. Now, magnify that pressure to cosmic scales. The collapsing cloud becomes hotter and denser, until at last it forms what scientists call a protostar. Not yet a true star, but a glowing sphere of gas heated by its own compression. Around it, disks of gas and dust swirl, the raw ingredients of planets, comets, and moons. And yet, here lies the mystery. Scientists understand that hydrogen fusion must ignite for a star to truly be born. In this process, hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, releasing energy that pushes back against gravity. This balance, the inward pull of gravity against the outward push of fusion, allows a star to shine steadily for billions of years. But the exact moment when fusion begins, the tipping point when a protostar crosses the invisible threshold into starlight, remains shrouded in uncertainty. We cannot watch it happen in real time. Our lifetimes are too short, and the process too slow. We can only piece it together from glimpses of stars caught in different stages of infancy. It is as if we were handed a library filled with books, each open to a random page, and asked to reconstruct the story. We see clouds collapsing. We see glowing protostars. We see newborn stars burning bright. But the hidden instant between collapse and ignition remains elusive. Even with the most powerful telescopes, even with simulations that stretch supercomputers to their limits, the precise birth cry of a star continues to escape us. And yet, perhaps that mystery is part of its beauty. For in that hidden instant lies the transformation of darkness into light. From cold gas and silent dust, something new emerges, radiant, enduring, alive in its own way. Every star you see tonight, from the faintest spark to the brightest beacon, was once just a whisper of hydrogen in the void. Our own sun was born about 4.6 billion years ago, in a nursery that no longer exists. It was not alone. Thousands of sibling stars were born in the same cloud, though most have long since drifted away. Some of those siblings may still shine, scattered across the Milky Way. Others may have already died, exploding in supernovae, seeding the galaxy with heavier elements. It is those elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, calcium, that make up your very body. You are, quite literally, the child of stars, composed of the ash of ancient suns. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. The calcium in your bones was forged in the heart of a star. The iron in your blood once flowed as molten plasma in a stellar core. The oxygen you breathe was born in fire, carried outward by explosions more powerful than 1 billion nuclear bombs. To look at yourself is to look at the memory of stars. Breathe deeply now. Inhale and imagine drawing in the quiet warmth of starlight. Exhale and imagine releasing that warmth back into the cosmos. You are part of this rhythm, part of this story, inseparable from it. And so, the first great cosmic secret remains. How precisely does darkness become light? We can describe it, we can model it, we can witness fragments of the story, but the full moment of ignition remains hidden, a mystery known only to the stars themselves. Perhaps, in a way, that is fitting. For stars are not only scientific objects, they are symbols. They are reminders that even in darkness, there is the potential for brilliance. That patience, over time, can give birth to fire. That from silence, music may arise. And tonight, as you rest, that same truth holds for you. The worries of your day, the scattered thoughts of your mind, may feel heavy now, but within them lies the quiet potential for calm, for peace, for renewal. Just as the stars emerge from their long gestation, so too can you emerge each morning, renewed, alive, burning with quiet fire. So let the image of the stellar nursery fade now. The clouds drift apart, the stars flicker softly in the distance, and you float gently onward. The mystery of their birth lingers, unanswered, but comforting in its enormity. For now, it is enough to know that the stars exist, shining steadily above, patient and kind, watching over your rest, the hidden language of dreams. Have you ever wondered why your mind creates stories in the dark? Every night, when your eyes close and your body surrenders to sleep, your brain begins to weave strange, vivid worlds of its own. Dreams are the hidden language of the mind, full of symbols, emotions, and mysteries that even today, scientists cannot fully explain. Imagine now that you are lying in a quiet room. The world outside has gone still. Your breath deepens, your heart slows, and you slip gently through the first stages of sleep. At first, The mind flickers with fragments, half-formed thoughts, faint images. Then, slowly, you descend into deeper layers. Muscles loosen, time dissolves, and at last, in a stage called REM sleep, the theater of dreams begins. In this secret stage, your brain comes alive with activity, nearly as vivid as when you are awake. Neurons spark like constellations across the night sky of your mind. Memories from the day surface and intertwine with echoes of older memories. Faces appear, sometimes familiar, sometimes strange. Entire landscapes emerge, shifting as quickly as sand in the wind. One moment, you are walking through a childhood street. The next, you are soaring across galaxies. It feels real, though you know it is not. And when you wake, the story slips away like mist at sunrise, leaving only fragments behind. Why do we dream? That is the question scientists still cannot answer. Some believe dreams are a rehearsal, a way for the brain to simulate danger, to practice survival in the safety of sleep. Others think they are the brain's method of sorting and filing memories, deciding what to keep and what to let go. Still others see dreams as pure creativity, the mind's refusal to stop imagining even in rest. But none of these explanations captures the whole truth. The language of dreams remains partly hidden, a code we have not yet cracked. What we do know is this: dreams are vital. When people are deprived of REM sleep, their minds suffer. Anxiety rises, memory falters, emotions become harder to manage. It is as though dreams are not a luxury, but a necessity, a nightly cleansing, a gentle resetting of the soul. Even nightmares, frightening as they feel, may serve a purpose: to help us process fear, to give shape to emotions we cannot confront in waking life. Picture yourself now, drifting into a dream. You find yourself in a vast field beneath the stars. The grass moves softly in the wind, glowing faintly as though touched by starlight. Ahead, a path unfolds, a path that wasn't there a moment ago, but now feels inevitable. You follow it, though you don't know where it leads. This is the nature of dreams, a journey without maps, a story without an ending, guided by something deeper than thought. As you move, fragments of memory flicker around you. A laugh you heard earlier today, the face of someone you miss, a sound from childhood. They blend together, reshaping themselves into something new. This is how dreams work, not as perfect copies of reality, but as mosaics, stitching together shards of experience into patterns that only your sleeping mind can create. There is comfort in this strangeness, to know that even as you rest, your mind is still alive, still weaving, still telling its secret stories. It means you are never truly idle. It means that even in stillness, you are growing. Your brain is healing, reorganizing, imagining. Perhaps tonight, you will dream of places you've never seen. Perhaps you will revisit moments long past. Perhaps you will float through impossibilities, soaring on wings you do not have. And whether you remember them or not, your dreams will have done their work. They will have soothed, strengthened, cleansed. And so the second cosmic secret remains: why truly do we dream? Scientists can measure brain waves, map activity, catalog patterns. But the meaning of dreams, their purpose, their secret language, remains unsolved. Perhaps it always will. And perhaps that is the point. Dreams are meant to be felt, not understood. They are the poetry of the subconscious, whispered only to you in the quiet of night. Take a slow breath in now. Imagine inhaling starlight. Exhale gently and let yourself drift further. If you are awake, the thought of dreams may comfort you. If you are already half asleep, you may already be stepping across that threshold, following your own path into the dream world. Either way, you are safe. Either way, you are resting. And so we leave this secret as it is, unanswered but beautiful. The hidden language of dreams will always speak to you in the dark, in symbols and stories only you can carry. Let it come. Let it soothe. Let it guide you deeper into sleep. Oceans beneath ice. Far from the warmth of the sun, in the frozen kingdoms of the outer planets, lie worlds that seem at first glance to be dead and silent. Their surfaces are sheathed in ice, their skies dim, their temperatures far below anything we could survive. Yet beneath these frozen shells may lie vast oceans, entire seas hidden in the dark, kept liquid by forces we can barely imagine. And within those oceans may be the greatest secret of all, the possibility of life beyond Earth. Picture yourself standing on the surface of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. The ground beneath your feet is not solid rock, but endless plains of ice. Cracks stretch for miles in every direction, jagged lines like scars across a pale face. The silence is complete, broken only by the faint groan of the surface shifting, as if the ice itself is breathing. Above you hangs Jupiter, immense and striped, its storm swirling silently, a giant guardian in the sky. At first, it feels lifeless, but listen closely, and you might sense something beneath. The faint, hidden rumble of tides moving in the dark. Beneath Europa's crust lies an ocean. Scientists believe it may hold more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. This ocean has never seen the light of the sun. Its surface is sealed under miles of ice, yet it is warm enough to remain liquid. How? Not from sunlight, but from gravity. As Europa orbits Jupiter, the giant planet's immense pull stretches and flexes the moon, creating heat within its core. That heat keeps the water flowing, a secret sea beneath a frozen world. And Europa is not alone. Enceladus, a tiny moon of Saturn, also hides a buried ocean. We know this because geysers burst through cracks in its icy surface, spraying fountains of water vapor into space. Within those plumes, scientists have found organic molecules, the chemical fingerprints of life. To see them is to glimpse possibility, a hint that these hidden seas may be more than just water. They may be homes. They may be cradles of life, as our oceans once were billions of years ago. The mystery is profound. On Earth, wherever water exists, life seems to find a way. In boiling hot springs, in frozen glaciers, in the darkest trenches of the sea, life endures. If the same is true on these moons, then the cosmos may be more alive than we imagine. But we cannot yet see beneath the ice. We cannot yet touch those oceans. We can only watch from afar, sending probes to capture their plumes, dreaming of one day diving into their depths. Imagine yourself now sinking through Europa's ice. At first, the walls are hard, glittering, blue-white. Slowly, the light above fades, until you emerge into black water. It stretches endlessly, vast and still. The silence is complete, yet somehow comforting. You float in it, weightless, surrounded by a darkness as old as the solar system. Then, in the distance, a glow appears, faint, uncertain. Perhaps it is nothing, or perhaps it is something alive, a creature that has never seen sunlight, glowing softly in the deep. Whether those oceans are empty or teeming, they carry a lesson, that beneath surfaces which seem barren, there may be hidden abundance, that what appears silent may be alive in ways we cannot yet know. The frozen moons remind us not to judge by appearances, not to mistake stillness for emptiness. And so the third cosmic secret lingers. What truly lies beneath the ice? Are these oceans silent and lifeless? Or do they sing with creatures that have never touched air, never felt warmth, never seen a star? Until we dive, we cannot know. But perhaps, in not knowing, there is wonder enough. Breathe softly now. Inhale as though drawing in the calm of hidden seas. Exhale as though releasing your worries into their still depths. You too have hidden oceans within, depths of thought, of memory, of dream, unseen but alive. Let them soothe you as you drift deeper into rest. The ice closes above, the oceans stretch behind, and you move gently onward, carried by mystery, into the next secret of the night. Time's gentle flow. Have you ever felt how time bends? A joyful moment vanishes in a breath, while a restless night stretches endlessly. To us, time feels like a ticking clock, steady and unchanging. But in the universe, time is not rigid. It is a river, flowing differently depending on where you stand, how fast you move, or how heavy the gravity around you becomes. And though scientists have mapped its patterns, the deeper truth of time remains one of the most elusive mysteries in existence. Imagine yourself now at the edge of a river. The water glides forward, smooth and endless, carrying everything in its path. You place your hand in the current, feeling it rush around your fingers. That is time, not a series of ticking moments, but a flow, always moving, always carrying you onward. You cannot step out of it. You cannot stop it. You can only drift, as everything in the cosmos drifts toward tomorrow. Albert Einstein revealed that time and space are woven together into a single fabric, and that fabric bends. When you move quickly, time slows for you. When you fall into strong gravity, time stretches differently compared to someone far away. To orbit a black hole is to step into a strange realm where minutes for you might be centuries for others. The movie Interstellar imagined this vividly. Astronauts spending a few hours on a world near a black hole, only to return and find that decades had passed aboard their ship. And yet, though the equations describe it, we cannot fully explain why time behaves this way. Why should speed or gravity change its rhythm? Why should the universe allow clocks to tick differently depending on perspective? The mystery remains, hidden beneath the surface of relativity, waiting for an answer that may be beyond our grasp. But perhaps we feel it more intimately than we realize. When you are anxious, time stretches. When you are joyful, it flies. When you are present, truly present, it disappears altogether. Our perception of time mirrors its cosmic nature, fluid, relative, always shifting. Scientists may search for a unified explanation, but you already carry its strangeness within you. Picture yourself now standing in a meadow as the sun sinks low. Shadows lengthen, colors soften, and for a moment, it feels as though time has slowed. The air holds still, the silence deepens, and you breathe in a rhythm that matches the pace of the evening. That is the gift of slowness, the reminder that time is not only a force to measure, but a feeling to inhabit. In the grand arc of the cosmos, stars live for billions of years. Galaxies evolve across eons. Even the universe itself, expanding steadily, does so in rhythms too vast for us to grasp. Against this backdrop, our lives are but a flicker, brief, fragile, radiant, and yet brevity does not mean smallness. A spark, no matter how fleeting, still brings light. The fourth great secret, then, is this. What is time? truly? Is it a dimension, like length and width? Is it an illusion born from the way we experience change? Is it infinite, or does it have an end? Scientists do not know. The river carries us forward, but its source and its destination remain hidden. Breathe slowly now. Inhale as though drawing in the patience of the cosmos. Exhale as though letting go of your need to measure or control. You do not need to race the river. You do not need to fight it. All you need to do is drift, carried gently in its flow. Tonight, as you rest, let time soften around you. Let minutes dissolve. Let hours fade. There's no hurry, no pressure, no ticking clock. There is only the gentle rhythm of your breath, the steady flow of your heart, the endless patience of the universe. And so, we leave this secret here, unanswered, mysterious, beautiful. Time is the river, and you are afloat upon it, safe and carried, always moving, always becoming. Let it hold you as you drift deeper into the next wonder waiting quietly in the night, the forest's whisper. Have you ever stood in a forest and felt as though it was speaking? Not in words, not in sounds you could easily translate, but in a deeper way. In the way the leaves tremble with the breeze, in the way the trunks stand in stillness, in the way the air carries the scent of earth and pine. A forest feels alive, not as a collection of trees, but as a whole, breathing being. And scientists are only just beginning to uncover the mystery of that quiet communication, a secret network beneath the ground, binding trees together in ways we never knew. Imagine yourself now walking slowly into such a forest. The air is cool, the light dim and dappled. Golden rays filter through high branches, scattering across the floor. Each step falls softly on moss and fallen leaves. The deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes, as if the forest itself is absorbing every sound. You stop, and in the silence, you sense something subtle, a presence, a whisper, not heard, but felt. Beneath your feet lies an invisible web. Tiny threads of fungi, thinner than a strand of hair, spread through the soil in every direction. These threads, called mycorrhizae, connect to the roots of trees, forming bridges, pathways, networks. Through these hidden channels, trees send one another nutrients, signals, even warnings. A tree attacked by insects can release chemicals that alert its neighbors, who then strengthen their defenses. A large, ancient tree, sometimes called a mother tree, can share food and water with younger saplings struggling in the shade. This secret underground web has been called the Wood Wide Web. And though scientists study it, much remains unknown. How much do trees truly communicate? How intentional is this sharing? Are forests acting as single organisms, or are we simply seeing cooperation born of necessity? The answers are incomplete. The forest's whisper remains a mystery, but one we now know is real. Picture yourself pausing beside a tall oak. Its bark is rough beneath your hand, its trunk broad and steady. Beneath it, unseen, its roots reach deep into the soil, joining with the threads of fungi, stretching outward into connections with countless other trees. What you touch is not only a single tree, but part of an entire community, bound together in silence. There is comfort in this, to know that life does not thrive alone, to know that even in stillness, bonds exist. The forest teaches us that connection does not always require words, that strength can be shared, that survival can be collective. It is a mirror for our own lives, reminding us that though we may feel separate, unseen threads bind us together as well. And yet, there is mystery still. How do these networks evolve? How do they change as the forest grows, burns, recovers? Do trees, in their slow, patient way, know more than we think? Science has answers, but not all. And perhaps it is better that way. The forest keeps its secrets, whispering them only in silence, teaching us through presence rather than explanation. Breathe slowly now. Inhale as though drawing in the cool air beneath the trees. Exhale as though releasing your own quiet back into the forest. Let the rhythm of your breath match the rhythm of the leaves swaying gently overhead. You are part of this community too. The air you breathe, the life you carry, all connected in unseen ways. So let the image of the forest soften now. The whisper fades, but its comfort lingers. You move gently onward, carrying its lesson with you. That you are never truly alone, that even in silence, connection holds. Ahead, another secret waits, vast and shimmering, ready to cradle you deeper into the night. The cosmic web. Have you ever looked at the night sky and wondered how it all fits together? To the naked eye, the stars seem scattered at random, like glitter tossed across a dark cloth. But if you could step far enough back, farther than any telescope can yet carry us, you would see that the universe is not random at all. It has a structure, vast and delicate, like lace spun across eternity. Astronomers call it the cosmic web, a hidden skeleton of the universe, made not of bone, but of galaxies, stars, and light. Imagine yourself drifting far beyond the Milky Way, leaving behind its spiral arms, floating past clusters of galaxies. The further you go, the clearer the pattern becomes. Galaxies are not scattered evenly, but gather along glowing filaments, strands of matter stretching for billions of light years. Between them are immense voids, darker and emptier than anything you can imagine. The result is a universe woven like a web. Filaments and nodes, fullness and emptiness, all connected into one vast design. This structure began in the earliest moments after the Big Bang. In the beginning, matter was almost evenly spread, but not perfectly. Tiny ripples, born from quantum fluctuations, created regions that were just slightly denser than others. Over billions of years, gravity amplified those ripples, pulling matter into strands and clusters. What began as the faintest of whispers became the architecture of the cosmos itself. Scientists map the cosmic web by charting the positions of millions of galaxies. When the data is plotted, it reveals a picture almost too beautiful to believe. Threads of light crossing like rivers, nodes glowing like lanterns, voids yawning like silent oceans. To see it is to glimpse the universe as a whole, not stars, not planets, not even galaxies, but the grand pattern that holds them all. And yet, mystery lingers. What invisible forces truly shape this web? Dark matter, an unseen substance we cannot directly detect, seems to act as its scaffold, pulling galaxies into place. But what is dark matter? Scientists do not know. It does not shine, does not emit light, yet its gravity holds the universe together. Without it, the web would unravel. Without it, we would not exist. The cosmic web, then, is both visible and invisible, both revealed and hidden, both known and unknown. Picture yourself now floating along one of its filaments. It glows faintly beneath you, a river of galaxies stretching in both directions. Each galaxy is a city of stars, each star a sun, each sun perhaps a home to worlds, and each world perhaps a home to life. You drift weightlessly, gazing at the threads that stretch forever, as though suspended in an infinite tapestry. The silence is complete, yet the pattern is alive. There is something profoundly soothing in this vision, to know that we are not adrift in chaos, but woven into a larger design. To know that our galaxy, our sun, our Earth, are not isolated specks, but part of a filament that stretches across the universe. The same fabric that binds galaxies also binds us, invisibly, quietly, steadily. And so, the sixth great cosmic secret lingers. What is the web truly made of? Why does it take this form? Why does the universe choose threads and voids, light and shadow? The answers remain hidden, waiting perhaps for future explorers. But for us, tonight, it is enough to know the pattern exists, vast, intricate, beautiful, beyond measure. Take a slow breath now. Inhale as though filling yourself with starlight. Exhale as though letting that starlight flow outward, joining the web itself. You are part of this structure. You always have been. Every atom in you was shaped by the same forces that wove the galaxies together. You are not separate from the web. You are one of its luminous threads. So let the image linger, then fade. The cosmic web stretches endlessly, but you do not need to follow it all the way. It is enough to know you are held within it, safe, connected, eternal. And as the filaments dissolve into darkness, another secret waits, quieter still, ready to carry you deeper into rest. Infinity's gentle veil. Have you ever tried to imagine infinity? To picture something without end, without boundary, stretching forever in every direction? The human mind, bound by beginnings and endings, struggles to grasp it. We are used to limits. The horizon, the length of a day, the span of a life. But infinity is different. It is a veil, both comforting and unsettling, both simple and impossible. And though mathematicians can describe it, and physicists can hint at it, its true nature remains one of the greatest secrets of all. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast plain. The horizon stretches endlessly. You walk forward, but the line ahead never grows closer. The plain continues forever, without border. That is one way to think of infinity, an endless distance, a journey without arrival. But there is another way. Imagine dividing a single moment in half, then divide it again, and again. No matter how many times you divide it, there is always more to divide. Infinity can be vast and eternal, or it can be hidden within the smallest fragment of time. The universe itself may carry infinity. Some scientists believe space goes on forever, with galaxies scattered endlessly beyond what we can see. Others believe it may be finite, curved like the surface of a sphere, looping back on itself in ways our senses cannot perceive. Time, too, may be infinite, stretching endlessly forward, or perhaps cycling in patterns we do not yet understand. But no matter how we describe it, the truth eludes us. Infinity is not something we can measure. It is something we can only approach, like a horizon that always retreats as we move closer. And yet, there is comfort in this. Infinity means there is always more. More stars, more stories, more mysteries. It means the universe is not a closed book, but an open one, with endless pages waiting to be turned. Even if we read forever, we would never reach the end. Even if we searched forever, there would always be more to discover. Picture yourself now beneath the night sky. You look upward, and the stars stretch farther than your eyes can reach. Beyond them lie galaxies. Beyond galaxies, more galaxies. And beyond even those, more still, fading into distances beyond. Imagination. Each layer opens into another, as though the universe is whispering, there is no end. There is always more. But infinity is not only out there in the cosmos, it is also within you. The number of thoughts you might think, the dreams you might dream, the ways your life might touch others. All of these ripple outward endlessly, like echoes in the dark. Even the atoms in your body, born in ancient stars, will outlast you, scattering, rejoining, reshaping into new forms. You are finite in one sense, but infinite in another. And so the seventh cosmic secret remains. What is infinity, truly? Is it a real thing, or only an idea, a symbol for the unreachable? Is the universe infinite, or does it only hint at it like a veil beyond our vision? Scientists do not know. Perhaps we may never know. But perhaps that is the point. Infinity is not meant to be solved. It is meant to be felt, to remind us of wonder, to remind us that the story is never over. Take a slow breath in. Imagine inhaling the endlessness of the night. Exhale, and let that endlessness flow through you, soft and calm. You do not need to solve infinity. You do not need to hold it. You need only rest within its presence, the way you rest beneath the stars. And so we leave this final secret here, unanswered but beautiful, mysterious but kind. The veil of infinity is soft, and it settles over you now like a blanket of stars. Ahead, there is no end, only calm, only rest, only the infinite patience of the universe, waiting to cradle you deeper into sleep. Rest in the cosmos. And so, our journey comes to its end. Together, we have wandered through 7 of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos: the birth of stars, the secret language of dreams, the hidden oceans beneath ice, the gentle river of time, the whispering forest, the luminous threads of the cosmic web, and the endless veil of infinity. Each mystery remains unanswered, and perhaps it always will. Yet within their questions lies a deeper comfort, that the universe is vast, alive with wonder, and endlessly patient. As you lie here now, you may notice your body has grown heavier, more relaxed. The weight of the day has slipped away. Your breath has become slower, calmer, like the tide moving gently against the shore. You are held in stillness, as safely as Earth is held in the embrace of gravity, as gently as stars are held within the fabric of the cosmic web. Take one more deep breath in, and let it out slowly. Feel how your body settles more deeply into rest with each exhale. You do not need to remember anything from tonight. You do not need to hold on to these mysteries. They have done their work simply by being here, simply by reminding you that you are part of something larger, something beautiful. Perhaps you are already drifting into dreams. If so, let them carry you onward, weaving their own quiet stories, like rivers of thought beneath the surface. And if you are still awake, that is perfectly fine too. Rest is not only sleep. Rest is this moment, this calm, this quiet awareness that you are safe, supported, and whole. Imagine now that you are lying beneath the night sky. The stars shimmer above you, countless and patient, each one a reminder of how small we are, and yet how deeply we belong. The constellations stretch across eternity, weaving their patterns in silence. The same stars watched over the first humans. The same stars will watch over those yet to come. And tonight, they watch over you. Let yourself drift beneath that sky. Feel its vastness above you. Feel its stillness within you. You are a part of this universe, woven into its patterns, carried by its rhythms. You are not separate. You are not alone. If you are still awake, know that sleep is near. It comes quietly, like the tide, like starlight, like the forest's whisper. If you are already asleep, let these words dissolve into silence, becoming part of your dreams. Thank you for sharing this journey tonight, here with the Science Pulse. May your night be calm, your dreams be gentle, and your rest be deep. And when you wake, may you carry with you a quiet reminder that you are stardust, you are infinite, and you are held always within the wonder of the cosmos. Good night.